got a special video for you here today, and we're going to look at some things that other people are just missing when it comes to Battlefield 6. Alright, I want to talk about something that's criminally underrated in Battlefield 6 right now, the DMR rifle. Everyone's out here spamming assault rifles and sniper headshots, but almost nobody, and I mean nobody, is rocking the DMR. And I get it, they're not flashy, they're not meta, but man, when you learn how to use them, these things absolutely melt. So in today's video, I'm breaking down why DMRs might just be the most slept on weapons in Battlefield 6. Let's go. What makes them strong, how to use them effectively, and why you should give them a real shot. So, before we get into stats and tactics, let's set the stage. In Battlefield 6, everyone tends to lean into one of two extremes: full auto laser beams or the big one-shot snipers. DMRs, well, they sit right in the middle. Semi-auto rifles that reward accuracy and rhythm over spray and pray. But because they require that precision, most players skip them entirely, which is a mistake. Here's what makes DMRs special: consistency. You've got predictable recoil, predictable damage, and a stable rhythm. You know what every trigger pull is going to do. Versatility. They're perfect for those mid-range fights, the kind where assault rifles lose their punch and snipers are just too slow. Control. You're in full control of every shot. Miss less, waste less ammo, and make every bullet count. Think of DMRs like a thinking person's rifle. You can't just hold the trigger and hope. You have to play smart. Now let's talk real-world performance. When you get into that 30 to 80 meter range, DMRs dominate. The time to kill in those ranges is way more consistent than people realize. If you can land 2 or 3 shots fast, you're dropping enemies before they even react. And the best part, you can stay mobile. You're not stuck in a scope. You're not reloading after every shot. You're constantly applying pressure. Watch here, this guy's peeking me from cover. 2 taps to the chest, 1 to the head, gone. So why does no one use these? Simple, DMRs don't forgive mistakes. Miss your shots and you're done. You can't rely on recoil patterns or big magazines to bail you out. That's what scares players off. The skill ceiling is higher, but the reward way higher too. Once you get used to pacing your shots, controlling recoil, and aiming for upper chest / headshots, it just clicks. And then you start farming people who have no idea what hit them. Focus on attachments that increase bullet velocity and stability, not full auto control. Remember, accuracy is less than fire rate with DMRs. Let's talk about how to actually play with the DMR. Positioning is key. You want high ground or open sight lines. Stay away from tight corners where SMGs rule. Engage smart. Peek, take 2 or 3 shots, then reposition. Don't tunnel vision. Pace your shots. There's a sweet rhythm to DMRs. Too fast and you'll lose accuracy. Too slow and you'll lose fights. Aim for the upper chest. The recoil often brings the second shot right into the head. It's a free headshot once you get used to it. The thing is, DMRs fill a perfect niche in Battlefield 6. They bridge the gap between snipers and ARs, giving you power and mobility. They reward skill, accuracy, and map awareness, things that define good players. If you're bored of the meta or want to feel that satisfaction of every shot connecting, this is where you'll find it. So here's my challenge to you. Next time you load up Battlefield 6, leave the sniper in the locker. Grab a DMR, any one of them, and give it a few rounds. I promise once you start hitting those 2-tap kills, you're gonna feel unstoppable. DMRs aren't weak, they're misunderstood. Alright guys, I want to take a look at the SVK 8.6. You know what's wild? Nobody's talking about the SVK 8.6. Everyone's running full auto metas or snipers with 8x scopes. But this DMR, it's an absolute monster when you use it right. The SVK hits hard, shoots fast, and dominates those mid-range fights where assault rifles start to fall apart. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly why the SVK is the most underrated rifle in Battlefield 6, what makes it special, how to build it, and how to use it to absolutely delete people. Let's be real, the current meta in Battlefield 6 is full of either full auto spam or bolt action ego duels. If you're not dumping a mag from an assault rifle or quick scoping someone, you're basically invisible on the battlefield, or so they think. That's why almost nobody touches DMRs. They require precision, timing, and confidence. But the SVK doesn't just sit between ARs and snipers. It combines the best of both worlds. Sniper level damage and assault rifle level flexibility. You just have to put in a little time to master it. So what's the deal with the SVK? The SVK fires high-caliber rounds that can 2-tap enemies to the chest or 1-tap headshot at medium range. It's semi-automatic, meaning every shot you take is 100% under your control. The recoil is a little spicy at first, but once you learn to time your shots, this thing feels surgical. And because the SVK fires heavier rounds than most DMRs, you get incredible bullet velocity. Translation, less leading targets, fewer missing long-range hits, more kills. Alright guys, let me show you what this thing can really do. At 40 to 100 meters, the SVK absolutely shines. That's the perfect distance where submachine guns start tickling and snipers are too slow to react. You can fire 2 or 3 quick shots, drop a target, and immediately transition to the next guy. Watch this. Clean, efficient, no panic, just confidence. The DMR playstyle isn't about running into every fight. It's about owning the space between chaos and distance. And the SVK is the king of that space. Now, here's why most people drop the SVK after 2 games. It punishes impatience. You can't spam it like an assault rifle. You can't rely on hip fire. You have to trust your aim, your positioning, and your rhythm. Miss your timing and you'll get melted by faster guns. But if you stay calm and land your shots, it's game over for them. The SVK rewards discipline. It turns accurate players into monsters. Alright, let's talk builds because setup is everything with the SVK. Here's the loadout I've been running lately. For the barrel, I like to use the extended barrel. It boosts bullet velocity and range. I like to use the best grip that offers precision and control. Other than that, everything else is pure preference. I like the light suppressor with an 8x scope, but you use what's comfortable for you. The SVK isn't about running and gunning, it's about controlling lanes. Find elevated ground, watch choke points, and lock down mid-range angles where you can pick people apart. Use cover smartly, crouch, pop 2 shots, back down, reload, and reposition. The key is rhythm. Fire fast enough to stay lethal, but not so fast that recoil kicks you off target. And when you're feeling confident, push up. The SVK can still dominate in closer fights. Just aim high and trust the recoil to climb into a headshot. The crazy part is, barely anyone is using the SVK right now. That means when you bring it out, you're catching players completely off guard. It's not meta, but it's reliable. It's not flashy, but it's deadly. And in a game where everyone's chasing time to kill charts and patch notes, mastering a weapon like this makes you stand out. You'll start winning fights you had no business winning because you're landing those clean, confident shots while everyone else just sprays and prays. If you're new here, subscribe. This is a new channel, Metal Musician. I'm going to be here giving you Battlefield 6 content. Thanks a lot, guys. This is Metal Musician here to say, let's make TMRs great again. Let's make these little pansies with their laser beam SMGs regret the day they came up against an SVK. Cause when you're done, gentlemen, they're not gonna know what hit them. And remember, guys, Battlefield is not Call of Duty. Play it like a Battlefield game. Comment below which DMR you're rocking, and tell me your best DMR moment in Battlefield 6. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon out there tapping heads with the DMR.